In the fast-moving world of real estate tech, some companies are making truly massive moves. Today, we're diving into AppFolio. They've just unveiled a whole new vision for the industry, and it's backed by some seriously impressive numbers. So let's just get right into it. All right, first up, let's talk about performance. AppFolio just dropped a huge number, $249 million in revenue, just for the third quarter. It's a massive number, sure, but it's the story behind it that's really interesting. And that story, it's all about explosive growth. That $249 million is a 21% jump year over year. This isn't just slow and steady progress. This is a huge signal that they are absolutely crushing it in the market right now. And to finish painting this picture, just think about this. 9.1 million properties are now being managed on their platform. That's up 7% in just a single year. So the big question is, how in the world are they doing it? Well, the answer starts with a really fundamental problem in their industry. You see, AppFolio isn't just building another piece of software. They're trying to solve a core challenge that honestly just plagues the entire property management world. It's this idea that being busy, constantly putting out fires, is not the same thing as actually being effective. So let's ask the question, right? If you're a property manager, where does your day actually go? The answer might surprise you. And it gets right to the very heart of the problem that AppFolio is trying to fix. Okay, check this out. This data comes from new research with the National Apartment Association, and it is fascinating. Look at this breakdown. 42% of a property manager's week is just routine work, and another 24% is spent on reactive tasks. That means 2/3 of the entire week is just keeping the lights on. It leaves this tiny little slice of time for the strategic work that actually grows the business. So this imbalance creates what AppFolio has started calling a performance gap. It's this vicious cycle where businesses are so swamped with the day-to-day stuff that they can't ever get to the strategic moves that drive real growth and value. They're basically just trapped. So how do you break out of that cycle? Well, AppFolio's answer is a complete shift in thinking, and it's all powered by a totally new kind of platform. This is where we go from just managing properties to actually managing performance. They're calling it real estate performance management. And the key thing to understand is this is not about slightly better tools. It's a whole new philosophy. It's about using an AI-native platform where AI is built into the very core, not just tacked on, to go from being reactive to proactive. And that creates a win for everybody involved. And look, this isn't just some corporate talking point. Industry leaders like Wolfgang Kroski are saying the exact same thing. He puts it perfectly. This shift from being a property manager to a performance manager is the future. Why? Because the owners are demanding it. So how does the platform actually pull this off? Well, it's built on 3 interconnected systems. First, you've got the system of record. That's the foundation, the single source of truth for all the data. Think every lease, payment, and maintenance request, all in one spot. Then on top of that is the system of action. That's the AI engine that actually automates the work, like intelligently routing that maintenance request to the perfect vendor. And finally, you have the system of growth, which uses that solid foundation to unlock new value, like analyzing data to predict which residents might not renew their lease. See, each layer just builds right on the last. Okay, so a great strategy is one thing, but does it actually work in the real world? Let's look at the actual results customers are seeing. This is where the rubber really meets the road. And this just brilliantly shows the impact. Customers using AppFolio's AI suite, which they call RealmX, are filling vacancies more than 5 days faster. They're seeing renewal rates pop by 20%. Net operating income is up almost 3%. And maybe best of all, they're saving an average of 10 hours of work per week per team. I mean, these are absolute game changers. One of their customers, Rob Gale, just hits the nail on the head here. He says that AI just doesn't work if it's a separate thing you have to bolt on. It has to be integrated. And that, he says, is what sets AppFolio apart. It's one single, seamless system. So, we've seen the problem, we've seen the solution, and we've seen the proof from real customers. Now let's connect all of that back to the company's incredible financial performance that we started with. Okay, so when you look at their operating margin, the number they report is a really strong 23.5%. But here's the fascinating little detail. That number actually includes a one-time expense for employee bonuses, precisely because the company is doing so well. If you take that out, their underlying margin is actually closer to 29%. They're so successful, it's costing them more in bonuses, which is a pretty good problem to have, right? And because of this incredible performance across the board, the company has officially raised its financial outlook for the entire year. They're now projecting their full-year revenue to hit around $947.5 million. This isn't just them being optimistic. It's a direct result of their strategy actually working. So as we start to wrap up, let's just zoom out for a second. What AppFolio is building here, it seems to be about so much more than just making property management a little more efficient. It really feels like it's pointing towards a genuine transformation of the entire real estate world. And that leaves us with one final kind of mind-bending question. We are now seeing AI that can literally manage our physical buildings with unbelievable efficiency. So if AI is already mastering that, what's it going to build next?